everyone. We are back in the shop. I got my boy Ryan here, who is ready to tear this thing apart. So we spent a bit of the week cleaning up, but we are pretty organized now. So Chris has a little work to do on the Miata, and me and Ryan are going to get cranking on the FD car. The S2000 is going to work its way back to my house for a little while. Just got its new wheels and tires on it though, so I am pretty excited about that. Darian, I hope you're proud. I actually got the wheels fixed up, re-sandblasted and powder coated, and they're glossed this time, so maybe we'll have a shot at keeping them clean. Still tons of upgrades coming for the S2000, but it's going to be kind of a slow rebuild. We're going to do one little thing at a time, kind of just as parts come in. It's not a car I like to rush on. Out of all other cars we'll just slap together, that's my baby. So still waiting on the 8.8 parts and axles and all kinds of fun stuff. All right, first thing, got some parts unpacked. So I think this is almost at least all of the stuff that I need to get the supercharger on this LS3. Of course, the supercharger's just been sitting on here, but we need the whole accessory drive to run the supercharger. So we just need to get this crank pulley off really. And then I want to pin the crank and put the CTSV pulley on here. While I was at AMP, picked up a couple things from Pete. So gave me an extra rear subframe that is chrome powder coated. And of course, a winner's quick change. If you're new to drifting, this is basically the answer for rear ends. Almost every single car will have one of these this year, and it has quick change gears in the back, and we can run whatever gearing we want and change it relatively quickly. So sounds like the goal is basically to make sure we get the gearing we need in fourth gear for every track, and you want to run the whole course in one gear. That'll be a whole learning experience, of course, for us, but at least we'll be prepared if we have it on the car. With that, we also have a modified subframe, so that should be ready to go in.
I thought in my wildest dreams you would start a video for me, and then, oh Jesus.
So there's this thing at the top of the screen, it's right up there, and it says whether...
I'm watching you drill. I'm not thinking about the...
All right, well, we filmed drilling these holes, which really you're not missing anything. I mean, it's a guy holding a drill bit, but we drilled these holes, so look at that. We can now pin the crank.
And don't forget to mention how hard it was. It wasn't easy.
It was not easy. Hopefully they fit. Oh yeah, oh, perfect. All right, that was great. Where's another one? Grab another. Look at that. We know what we're doing. We can LS like the best of them.
Obviously you do.
I just watched a YouTube video. All right, bolt it up. Where's the bolt? Here you go, that one.
And big one.
It is the big one. All the fun stuff about LS8s. Okay, so obviously we've got to strip this thing down because we need to use that subframe there, which is set up for the quick change. Definitely some differences. Seems like it needs that, definitely missing the brace here. This thing is much beefier. Oh man, work is getting done. Eduardo's Miata is getting fixed up. A little incident. That's okay, no big deal.
Well,
already looks like nothing happened.
Racing on the street.
Too much street racing. Someone in this group's got to do it. It's not going to be me or Chris. We're too old.
Someone got to beat all these 350Zs and Camaros SSs with the Miata.
They know that you were racing.
Don't break y'all's back, guys.
And more of 421. Yeah. Of course. What do you think, Eduardo?
It's amazing.
Big old boy.
Yeah. It says made in China.
What? Got it. Good job, Chris. See how much room there is to work now?
Oh my God.
We should have done this to start. Boom. Plenty of room for activities now. We should do this with every car. If every car was built like a drift car, it'd be way easier to work on.
Yeah.
Imagine if like every race car I've ever built, we just started like this. Of course, it wouldn't be legal for anything.
Well, now it kind of reminds me of NASCAR.
Yep, I'll prep. This thing has got to go in there next, and it's gonna need a lot more space. That's part of the cutting. Be able to access changing those gears quick. Oh man. All right, back to work. Oh my gosh. I think we needed that, bud. So much room for activities now. How do these poor drift cars not just fall apart? Plenty of room now. We'll beef it up. What you doing, babe? What you doing, Annie? Hi, Annie. Wireless sanding. Always noise. There he is. Chris is over there playing with Miatas. Amanda's making a new fuel hanger setup. Contraption, yeah. We got this radium dealie, and it's gonna house a bunch of fuel pumps, so that we'll be all set for 1,000 horsepower, whether we have it or not. Kind of a cool deal. We got new regulator and all kinds of toys that gotta go in here. So work continues. Motor is here. It is coming along. So let's see, over the weekend we dropped off the LS1 over here. Have managed to not steal too many parts from it. The LS3 is coming along. So the supercharger is actually bolted on now. We got the coil packs lowered down on some new brackets, which made room for the fuel rails. So we got the radium fuel rails on there. They're tight and capped and ready to go. Yeah, throttle body. Finally got a mechanical throttle body that seems to fit okay. Need to make a little throttle cable bracket for back here. Did the world's roughest port job to match that up in there, but it will get us going for now. IAC to plug the hole. I did steal that from the old motor. We've still got a few things, like there's supposed to be, I think, another map sensor here. Oh yeah, and the harness. So this is just a Haltech harness. Hopefully it'll be a good starting point to wire in the Link ECU. I mean, we've got all the connectors, and most of the stuff seems to plug right in. Then there's lots of extra sensor wires that we could use, so everything is already pinned, which is kind of cool. So you get lots of extra options, which we're going to use. Obviously it's wired for electronic throttle body, but we're not going to use that. We're going to try the mechanical for now. So we're just going to grab one of those extra sensor wires for the position sensor and hopefully save ourselves a bit of hassle. I need to switch out the oil pressure sensor. And then, yeah, obviously on this side, we have Haltech Elite connectors, but we should be able to pop these off and repin it for the Link ECU. So hopefully that won't be too bad. And then there's all kinds of aux. Every single aux connector and everything is pinned. And the fuse box will cut all that off and connect that to the PDM. Yeah, so same connector. Probably couldn't be easier. So pretty happy with my grab a Haltech harness solution, and they were in stock. Bad news, I will not be at NCM, but Chris will. So he's gonna hold down the fort for us and is getting the Miata ready. Obviously we had it out at Barber testing and it did really well, other than, I don't know, a couple minor things. Slow?
Yeah, I think we had a driver error.
Right, so Chris is gonna take over for me. He'll fix that up. His new fancy fenders are on here, which we think will help quite a bit with the aero. And he's made tons of little changes, so we're gonna see how all his little tweaks do. This thing should be ready to rip literally within a couple hours, and you've got like a week and a half to the event, so that will be nice to get that thing loaded up and him out of here. And back to the E46, which Oh my gosh, I really want this thing like on the ground rolling and driving in a week. So we have a ton of work to do on this. I got the plates put in. So those are now reinforced on each side with plates that tie in all the original pieces of sheet metal. Obviously the Part Shop Max brace is in and this beam is welded on the back here. But there's obviously so much work to do still. I'm gonna get the arms and spindles on here and make sure everything fits correctly. So I need to make the bumper loops for the back of this thing. And then at the end of the week, hopefully the bodywork will show up. Anyway, yeah, that's progress for now. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Again, on these build videos, I try to keep them like 10 minutes so you guys don't get too bored. We'll be back at it all week and next weekend. So I'm sure there'll be another video soon about that. And then I'll see if I can get Chris and the boys to film some stuff at NCM. So I'll see you there.